Expect that. I thought the Packers would win, but I thought it'd be 14-7.
It's never in Dallas.
Oh, no.
Even took a touchdown away, it wasn't in Dallas.
Yeah.
I watched it on the radio, and it was just as good that way.
Yeah,
Chrissy, do you want to give a?
I'm surprised that both defenses gave up so many points, though. The first game, like I said, they had no preseason games.
Well,
I think that's the other preseason games, huh?
Yeah, well, they
The other three preseason games.
got to play 2 away games, and next week will be Detroit.
There was a surprise for me that the Bears crawled out of the hole they were in.
Yeah.
Being 7 o'clock, I'll call the Marathon County Board of Supervisors to order, please. And we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing because following the Pledge of Allegiance will be a moment of reflection. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will have the reading of the notice, please.
The adjourned organizational meeting of the Marathon County Board of Supervisors, composed of 38 members, will convene at the Marathon County Courthouse Assembly Room, 500 Forest Street, Wausau, on Tuesday, September 15th at 7 p.m., and the agenda was duly signed and posted.
Thank you. And I would like to request everyone silence their cell phones or put them on vibrate as to not interrupt the meeting. And I would ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Beestrom.
Here.
Boots.
Here.
Butke.
Here.
Christensen.
Here.
Seiler.
Here.
Conway.
Here.
Dickinson.
Here.
Drabeck.
Here.
Pfeifrick.
Here.
Fisher.
Here.
Gaber. Gibbs.
Here.
Gonering. Guild.
Here.
Gums.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Jacobson.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Krause. Lamont.
Here.
Leahy.
Here.
Lowe.
Here.
Mask.
Here.
McEwen.
Here.
Oberbeck.
Here.
Opal.
Here.
Robinson. Rosenberg. Schley.
Here.
Seefelt. Soybert.
Here.
Stark.
Here.
Van Cray.
Here.
Vol.
Here.
Gaber. Gonering. Seefelt. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to welcome the visitors that we have with us this evening, including the viewing audience. Welcome to the board meeting. And we will move on to item B, consent agenda, item B7 through B11A2. What is your pleasure? Motion by Vice Chair McEwen, second by Supervisor Gums. Any discussion on the consent agenda, items B7 through 11A2? Seeing none, we will proceed to vote. All those in favor of the consent agenda, items B7 through B11A2, in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. And we will move on to resolutions. Under C, Human Resources, Finance, and Property Committee, item C12, create 1.5 FTE custodial position for the Facilities and Capital Management Department, Resolution 56-20. What is your pleasure? Motion by Supervisor Robinson, and second by Supervisor Rosenberg. Any discussion on the motion? One last time, any discussion on the motion? We will proceed to vote on the motion to create 1.5 FTE custodial positions for the Facilities and Capital Management Department, Resolution 56-20. All those in favor of the motion to approve signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to item C13, create 1.0 deputy sheriff in Marathon County Sheriff's Office to provide contracted services for the town of Rib Mountain, Resolution 57-20. What is the board's pleasure?
Lamont.
Motion by Boots.
Motion by Boots. Second?
Second, Schley.
Second by Supervisor Sly. Is there any discussion? Any discussion on the motion? Supervisor Gums.
My question would be how is that handled? Is that going to be on a rotating basis that the person that is
Designee.
yeah, explain that to me a little bit if you might.
I'll address, have the administrator address the question, please.
My understanding is that the deputy will serve 40 hours. Rib Mountain will contract for 40 hours of service. They have already selected the deputy that will handle that service as part of her regular duties. I can't recall the deputy's name, but the position will be contracted. So in essence, it allows Marathon County to redeploy the resources that would otherwise be required in Rib Mountain out in other areas of the community. In essence, it's 100% funded by the town of Rib Mountain, absent a one-time approximately $4,000 tax levy investment in terms of equipment.
So it is the same person?
That's my understanding, correct. And Rib Mountain also is purchasing the squad car, which they've done, and so they're taking on all of the additional expenses other than that $4,000.
Okay, any other discussion? Any other discussion? On the motion, item C13 to create 1.0 deputy sheriff in Marathon County Sheriff's Office to provide contractual services for the town of Rib Mountain, Resolution 57-20. The motion is to approve. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. And we will move on to item C14, a resolution awarding the sale of $17,845,000 general obligation healthcare project building bonds, Series 20-20B, Resolution 58-20. Motion by Supervisor Robinson. Is there a second?
Second
by
by
Supervisor Rosenberg. I would like to request that Supervisor Robinson be allowed, go ahead and speak on to the issue.
Well, I'd like to have Christy Palmer come up and give an explanation of the sale, which is great news for the county.
We are looking at borrowing for the first half of the healthcare center nursing home tower, and we went out for sale today. And two things are in our favor. One, we are a government entity, so the bonds are going to be supported by the full faith of Marathon County. So there's a security. So in these times, you know that the tech stocks are faltering, and Tesla is doing whatever Tesla's doing. So people are going to look for security, and that's what we have in our bonds. And so that's one good thing that we have going for us today. Secondly, we had a meeting with Moody's Investor Service, and they reaffirmed our AA1 rating. That rating has been in place since at least the beginning of this century. So when I got here in 2001, we already established a AA1. We've maintained that, and we have no negative outlook. So we're going in with a secure 20-year tax-exempt bond for investors with the second highest credit rating that you can get. With that, how did we do today? Well, we had 3 bidders on our bonds, and the lowest bidder was, oops, I skipped right by it, was a company out of New York, FHN Financial Capital Markets. And for 20 years, now you think about your house if you're borrowing a 20 or 30-year mortgage, the true interest rate for today's bonds was 1.6445%. So being very stable, secure, tax-exempt investment, we were able to secure an interest rate that was about half of what we estimated it would be in July. So that's what your resolution, if you went into your packet this afternoon, we've been able to get all the updated amounts. It was blank. And so that is your resolution to award the sale of $17,845,000 in general obligation tax-exempt North Central Healthcare Project bonds to FHN Financial Capital Markets.
Okay, is there any other questions?
No.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, we will proceed to vote on the motion. The motion is resolution awarding the sale of $17,845,000 general obligation healthcare project building bonds, Series 2020B, Resolution 58-20, and the motion is to approve. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. And we will move on to item D, Infrastructure Committee. Item D15, the 2020 County Bridge and Culvert Aid, Resolution 59-20. What is the board's pleasure?
Supervisor Christensen for a motion.
Supervisor Christensen with a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Supervisor Rosenberg. Any discussion on Resolution 59-20, the 2020 County Bridge and Culvert Aid? Seeing none, we will proceed to vote on the motion to approve the 2020 County Bridge and Culvert Aid Resolution 59-20, and the motion is to approve. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. And we will move on. Item E, Health and Human Services Committee. Item E16, Second Amended Intergovernmental Cooperation Agreement between Langlade County, Lincoln County, Marathon County, and Wood County. Resolution 60-20. What is your pleasure?
Supervisor Butke, move to approve.
Supervisor Butke with a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Supervisor
Second by
Van Cray.
Booth.
Supervisor Van Cray with a second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, we will proceed to vote on the motion to approve the second amended intergovernmental cooperation agreement between Langlade County, Lincoln County, Marathon County, and Wood County, Resolution 60-20, and the motion is to approve. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. We will move on to item E17. Endorse the creation of enabling legislation by the state of Wisconsin for Regional Transit Authority, Resolution 61-20.
Supervisor Harris with the motion to approve.
Supervisor Harris with the motion. Is there a second?
Supervisor Johnson, second.
Supervisor Johnson with the second. Any discussion on the resolution and the motion to approve? Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote on the motion to approve, endorse the creation of an enabling legislation by the state of Wisconsin for regional transit authorities, Resolution 61-20. All those in favor of the motion to approve signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries unanimously. That brings us down to item number F18, announcements and/or requests. I have actually two announcements. For the executive committee, keep the date of September 23rd, Wednesday at 4 p.m. We're trying to reschedule the executive committee. It is contingent on the availability of the attorney from Von Brayson and Roper. And then Finance Committee, just a reminder, the Finance Committee meeting is for Monday at 4 p.m. At the airport, but you will receive WebEx invitations. Is there any other announcements and/or requests? Supervisor Krause.
Thank you, Chair Gibbs. Yes, we had the speaker, Paul Clark, but this is a different Clark, no relation. Ben Clark will be giving a presentation on women's suffrage at the Marathon County Historical Society. It's going to be live on Facebook, and his name is Ben Clark, and he will be giving this presentation at 2 p.m. this Saturday, the 19th.
Thank you. Any other announcements?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Supervisor Seefeld.
Supervisor Seefeld is recognized.
Starting tomorrow, if you are looking for fair food, out at Marathon Park, North American Midway is going to have their food stands out there from the 16th through the 20th, and they'll be open from noon to 10 p.m.
Okay, I will repeat your announcement due to the fact that there was an echo. The fairgrounds and fair food will be served. Still got the echo? Yes, we do. Hello.
Yeah, Kurt? Yeah. It's Rick Seafelt.
Go ahead, Supervisor Seafelt.
Is there echoing going on now?
Now you're clear. Go ahead, and why don't you repeat your announcement, please?
Okay, thank you. Starting tomorrow, North American Midway is having their food stands out at Marathon Park. And it starts from noon to 10 p.m. and it goes from the 16th through the 20th. So if you're hungry for some fair food, go out there and get some.
Is that part of our healthy initiative? Okay, any other announcements? Seeing none, I will take item number 19. Motion by Vice Chair McEwen and second by Supervisor Draybeck to adjourn. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Close to 19 or 20.